making our Christmas memories.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to Vlogmas day. I don't even know what today is, to be honest with you. I think it's the 17th. I'm pretty sure it's the 17th. Or is it the 16th? No, it's the 17th. Okay, Vlogmas day 17. Yeah, I'm just doing what I can to get through the days now at this point, guys. So today I'm sharing with you another group of baby boy names that I'm really loving right now. As you know, I just did that collab with Hayley. Was it last week, I think, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, where we shared, no, it's been 2 weeks. We shared 10 baby girl names. So if you didn't catch that, I will go ahead and link that right here. But as you know, I do enjoy sharing different baby names with you. And you guys really like to watch these videos. So I'm just going to keep them coming, like I said. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Denae, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of a almost 2.5-year-old little boy named Gunnar. And my husband and I went through years of fertility treatments to get pregnant with him. 8 treatments to be exact, and we are now getting ready to embark on another round of fertility treatments. We've been trying to conceive number 2 for a good portion of this year and have not had any luck. So we said that if nothing happened by January, we're going to go back to the fertility doctors. I've actually already been in contact with my doctor's office today and just trying to figure out what we need to do to get the ball rolling at the beginning of the year. So I am definitely going to be vlogging that whole journey. If that is something that you're interested in seeing, or you like baby name videos, I also do a lot of like motherhood and lifestyle content. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you can stay on top of when those videos start to go live on my channel. So I have been sharing a lot of baby name videos. I have kept a running list in my phone for many years, even before we were trying to get pregnant, and baby name videos seem to be a really big hit these days. I know that I always like to watch them. I always like to see if there's like a new name that I can add to my list that maybe we would consider for a future child. And I love sharing with you the names that I have picked as well that are on my list. So I'm just going to keep sharing them with you until, I don't know, until I have no more names to give. I don't really know. So I have 10 boy names for you today that I really love that we could or could not use. I don't know. Some of them we have considered when we were pregnant with Gunnar. Some of them Chris vetoed. Some of them I was kind of back and forth on. So you never know. You never know what could happen. So I've noticed too with this particular list that I have, because I wrote them all down on a piece of paper this time, and a lot of the ones that I chose have like a k sound to them, like whether they have a C or a K in them. I don't know what the deal is with that, but the first one that I want to share with you is Cain. I really love the name Cain. This was one that Chris vetoed pretty quickly. When we were pregnant with Gunnar, I had thrown that one out there to him because I really love the name Cain. I love that you can spell it a couple of different ways, and of course, you know, it reminds me, it's a biblical name, it reminds me of the Bible. He was like, no, he did not like it at all. So that is definitely one we probably would not use, but I really love that name so much. The next name that I'm going to share with you is the name Cavan. And I honestly don't even know where I first heard this name. It's very similar to Gavin, which I feel like is used a lot now these days, or at least, I mean, we know several people with children named Gavin. But I like that it's a little bit different. It's not something you hear very often. Again, it has that like k sound to it as well. And I don't know, I'm drawn to names for boys that are either like really strong or a little more edgy. And I feel like Cavan could go either way with that one. Like, it does have like some strength behind it, but it's also a little edgy too. It's a little bit different, so I like that. The next name that I have is a little more popular. I feel like we know a lot of people with this name who have kids with this name, and that name is Chase. I think Chase is such a cute name for a boy. I know it's becoming super popular these days, but and we probably wouldn't use it because we do know several people who have boys named Chase, but I do really love the name. I think it's super cute. And I feel like it's one of those names that really could just like grow with the person. You know, like some names I feel like are better suited for kids and some are better for adults. And I feel like Chase is one that really could just like work at all different ages. So I really like that name. And I think Chase is cute too, even for like a dog. Is that weird? Probably, I don't know. Okay, the next name I love so much, and that is the name Lawson. We actually heavily considered the name Lawson when we were pregnant with Gunnar. Chris was really on board with it, and I kept like changing my mind on it. I couldn't like commit to it fully, and I actually had never heard the name used as a person's actual like first name. I first heard the name Lawson because a girl that I worked with, her last name was Lawson. And I always thought that'd be kind of a cool, kind of a little edgier name for a little boy. And then I did end up hearing it used. I think I've heard it maybe once or twice maybe. I can't remember. I've definitely heard it before, like since then, of somebody using that name. And I was like, oh my gosh, somebody used the name Lawson. So it's not one that you hear of very often. It's, you know, like I said, it was a last name that I had heard it as. But I really like that name. Chris loves that name. That could definitely be one that we would consider for sure. The next name that I have is the name Kaleb. And again, this is one that can be spelled a couple different ways. I really like the name Kaleb. I don't think it's like super trendy or like too different, unless you spelled it with a K. I think that makes it a little more different and unique. But I like it that it's not like super popular. But what I really like about the name is that I've mentioned this in previous videos that if we did end up having another little boy, with Gunnar, we used his middle name, which is Lewis, that is named after my husband's middle name and also his father, so my father-in-law's name. And I have said that if we do have another little boy, I want to use a name that is representative of my dad or my grandpa or both. And my grandpa's name was Calvin, but he went by Cal for forever. I mean, everybody knew him as Cal. And I would love to use a name that somehow incorporates that into it. So I feel like Kaleb kind of does that because you have the C-A-L or the K-A-L, and you could still call him Cal. I don't know if we would call him Cal, but I like that it kind of has that little like tie to it, you know? So I really like Kaleb. The next one is the name Deklan. And I honestly don't even know where I heard this name. I really don't. I really like it though, and again, it's one of those that could be spelled a couple of different ways. It's just different. It's a little unique. It's kind of edgy, but it's not like too wild or crazy. I don't know. I just really like it. I think it's just really cool, and I feel like it has a little bit of that strength behind it as well. The next name that I'm going to share with you is the name Cason. And the only time I've ever heard this name is there is a girl that I follow on Instagram. And she has a blog too. I don't know if you're familiar with Shelly from House of Smiths. Her ex-husband, his name is Cason. And ever since, like, they used to do their blog together. And I think they used to do YouTube videos too. Did they do YouTube videos? I don't remember. But anyways, when they were married and I'd heard his name, he was very involved like with their blog and all of that. And I remember hearing his name and I thought, that's really different. It's unique and I like it. It's not like too crazy, but it's really cool. I like it. So that has been a name that has been in my list for a long time. Actually, all of these names have been on my list. 'Cause I'm still like at the top of my list, working on down in my phone. So all of these names I've had picked for years, even before we had Gunnar. So I really like the name Cason. I think it's really cool. The next name that I have is the name Bennett, and I love Bennett so much. That is definitely a top contender for me. I feel like Bennett is one of those names too that really can grow with the person. It's really cool as like a little kid's name, but also then as an adult as well. And I really love the idea of like calling him Ben or Benny. I think that's so cute, and I just like Bennett. I am hearing it a lot more though. but I still really like it. I don't feel like it's like uber popular. The next name is uber popular, and that name is Jaxon. And I really, really love the name Jaxon. I think it's cool if you called him Jack or Jax. I really loved the name Jax, and then Jax Taylor came along from Vanderpump Rules, and I feel like he's kind of ruined that name a little bit. Although maybe not. Maybe he's redeeming himself because he seems like he's changed a little bit. But I was like, oh, I really like the name Jaxon, but I love the idea of calling him Jax. Then I'm like, oh, I don't want him like tied to that name, you know, because I don't know. Anyways, I really love the name Jaxon. I think it's really cool. It's a very classic name, but I feel like so many people I know have used that name, and it is very, very popular. I feel like it's not as popular as it was, but I remember that was at the top of my list for many years, and then it seemed like everybody was using it, and I was like, ugh. But I do still really like it. It's definitely one of those like classic names. I think that would carry on for generations and not be like really trendy, or, you know, like some names you're like, ooh, that's, yeah, I don't know. So I really like Jaxon. And then the very last name that I have to share with you guys today is the name Jace. And honestly, when I think of the name Jace, I think of Duck Dynasty. That's when we first heard that name, and we both really liked it. I like that it has a couple different variations of how you can spell it. We do know somebody who has a Jace, and it's cute. You know, I do still like it. I like that it's a little bit different. You still don't really hear it very often, which I'm honestly kind of surprised because Duck Dynasty was so big for so long, and we loved that show. But yeah, I really, really love that name. I just think it's like really cute, and I mean, not that you want boy names to be cute all the time, but I like it. It's kind of like, it has like that southernness to it, and I don't know, I just really like it. So that is my next group of top 10 baby boy names. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments below which names you are loving right now for little boys. And make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like I said, if you are new to my channel and you are interested in seeing more baby name videos or fertility videos or just mommy and lifestyle videos. I kind of do it all. So thank you guys so much for sharing in your time with me. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.